Right, so we'll start off here, and we're just going along. Here's the and yeah, we're going along here. Lots of installation is standard in that. Yeah, this is the aerial. Oh, it looks like it's been cut anyway, so but you know, I discovered that, and I don't think these are even supposed to be standard. These, you know, these aerials in the house where they're supposed to be on the roof, and I believe this, you know, this flat already has, you know, an aerial on the roof for starters, and then yeah, you know, this wire, I don't know what it leads to, but this isn't right, is it? You know, having a TV aerial in your attic, especially when I've got one in, you know, on top of, already on the roof. So that's what made me suspicious as well. But yeah, I went up here because I heard a sound of birds and that, see if there was bird living it. And this is what I discovered, you know. Man, it's not easy to hold two things at once in one hand. But you know, yeah, you know, I'm just following where these wires go and that, because I don't know what the fuck these are, you know. But what I do know is there's really odd things going on in this flat. You know, a lot of weird things. These wires and that, I don't know where they lead to or what they power. It doesn't look good over there. Look, there's a gap in the roof, but that's not good for installation. You know, these wires and that over here, and they all lead to the same place. You look down there, you know, they're leading down all in the same area, all down to the side of the house. You know, I don't know what they power and that, you know, where they go to, because these grey ones, they're not TV aerial, they're not TV cables, they're some kind of you know, like power cables. Let's have a quick look down here. This is why I was trying to work out where those birds are. I can hear the birds tweeting. I don't know what's down here, but yeah, there's something up the side, right? You can see that up the side down there. But yeah, you know, these are dodgy, and I'm trying to work out. They go somewhere down into my. I know where that one goes. I know where that one goes. The brown one. I worked out where that lead goes. But where these grey cables go, I've no idea. So I'm running out of breath because it's very, you know, like stuffy up here. So bear with my voice and all that crap. But yeah, these wires obviously lead to somewhere, and they obviously do something. But you know what you see from the first part of the video is very suspicious. What makes everything suspicious in that. See where this one leads to. Fuck. Getting cobwebs in my hair. It's good you might have a bath in a minute. Bear with me. It's nice and comfy up here though, I tell you that. If it wasn't stuffy, I'd sleep up here. This installation. Yeah. Hold on, trying to get my balance. Yeah, I'm just looking around at the moment. And you know, there's a wire leading somewhere else, but there's so much installation in the way. It's hard to work out where it goes, but yeah, there's a wire leading along here, and this is going to the, you know, the other side of the attic. So I'll try and find out where this leads to as well. Sorry spiders, I don't mean to ruin your webs, but shit. Good job I'm not an arachnophobic. Some spiders do scare me though, some are creepy, but I'm more concerned about all these wires, you know, and what they're doing, you know, what they do. Because I've tried, well, you know, when I came up here looking for these sounds of these birds, like, you know, I had to look around firstly, and yeah, as I said, these wires started confusing me on what I discovered about the, what I'll show on the first part of the video. Where you know, after this bit's played, you know what I'm on about. It's really stuffy here. You can see all the dust. Look. It's a good job there's a little bit of air coming through the roof. Yeah, you know, something wrong. Definitely not right. And when you've seen the first part, you'll see why I'm so suspicious. If you know my housing association and that, because it's not right, is it? Just trying to see where these look, the wires have gone off somewhere out. Oh no, I see it there. See where it goes. It's starting to lean towards the corner of the attic. See where this leads to. It's not nice breathing in all this crap. Right, let's get. This is it. The top left corner, the rear flat facing, and this wire leads down outside, I believe, adjacent with the rubber pipe. Starting off with the attic, what I've discovered for me. You know what? This will be the second part of what I discovered on the side of my house, and there you can see it there. You can see an aerial along here. You know what I'll do in a minute. I'll go further in over there. I don't know what that is, but I'll tell you what that is in a minute. You know, there's a lot of weird things to do in this house, and you'll see from the first part what I'm on about when I show you the video. You know, a lot of things to say. That my house is basically tapped with cameras and shit, you know. But what I'm doing is I'm showing you the attic, so bear with me for a second. So yeah, that's leading down in where looks like my kitchen, which that would be part of my kitchen. Can't really see where it goes to, but wire here will lead on. We'll move on to the hold on, fuck's sake, asshole, fuck's sake. Yeah, look, this pipe obviously leads to whatever, like a boiler or the water system and that. Rubber pipe. I assume the water coat, yeah, look, because when I found this as well, you know, just curiosity, it's a man thing, out looking how things work. And that way, with me anyway, I like to, how I do things. But, you know, when I saw this, yeah, look, I don't know what it is, but where it leads to, but we've got a pipe there. We've got a pipe there. And then they lead to, oh, that looks like it's snapped anyway. But it leads to some kind of pump. Oh, let me just get under the beams. It's really tight up here. Look, beams everywhere. But yeah, look, it leads to some kind of. So yeah, whatever it is, something comes from up in the roof. I don't know what it is. If it's rainwater comes through it. 2 pipes, and then they lead to this. Well, it leads to some kind of pump system. Or some shit like that. Look, it pumps, definitely looks like a pump. And yeah, and then really dusty it out and hit my head. Not having good luck. Yeah, it leads to, you know, this pipe, and then that leads down there. What this thing is, I don't know. As I said, I'm not really familiar with all these things, but yes. If anyone knows what it is, whoa, 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 whoa. Shit, I'm not having a look up here. I've got a good balance, but yeah. This is basically my loft. And yeah, quite a big loft, but yeah. These wires, I don't know where they lead to. But you know, always sorry, it's so dusty up here. I always follow the trail, you know. And what I'm actually trying to look for the source for, you know, I'm seeing where these wires are leading to now. Ah, spider's webs again. you know, they're leading down, all down into my living room. But you know, I don't know what they go to. Let me squeeze through it. Tight squeeze. Very tight squeeze. Yeah, and what I'm trying to find out is shit, I'm running out of breath up here. Yeah, there's what's an aerial on my roof. No, like not an aerial, but this satellite you'll see on the first video. And you know where I marked it to be? It's somewhere there on the side, on the outside. Oh, further I stand up, the worse my breath gets. It's called Earth and collapse. So yeah, you know, I can't even see anything up there. You know, it's hard to see. But yeah, there's something on the outside I'll show you. But yeah, there's weird things about this flat that I live in. And when you see this, video, you'll be as curious as I am about it. About why my flat seems to be, you know, what it looks like to be rigged up with unknown electronics and devices and shit. But yeah, you know, there's the pipe. Oh, that would be the heating, right? That's the heating. But yeah, there's a wire that leads somewhere over there, and I need to get out of here because I'm choking on this dust. But yeah, it's weird already, you know, up in the attic. Weird things that don't make sense, especially that aerial. But yeah, a lot of weird things, you know, it's fine. And then, well, this will be the first part of the video. What I've discovered in my flat. This is why I think I'm being watched, like, because, you know, there's weird things going on in my flat with the electronics and stuff like that. I've just been in the attic, so I've got a bad throat from the dust. But what I'll start with is the main thing, right, on the side of my flat. Up there, if you can see it, it's like two, you know, like, it's like two satellites or whatever, satellite dish. But you know, those are normal standard skyboxes or whatever you call them, satellite dishes. And I've never seen anything like that before until I moved into this flat. Never seen any of those, and I've never seen them used by any, you know, like whatever you call it, you know, like TV company or whatever, like Sky or whatever. You know, ever since they came out back years ago when I was a kid, they never looked like that either. Because, you know, my neighbour was saying the first versions, but that's a lie. And as I said, you know, you won't be able to see very well, but there's wires that lead down. And they go all the way across here, and then they stop at this thing here. Some kind of box on the side of my flat. And I don't know what it is, but you know, this is another thing what my neighbour was saying about the one what he's got on the side of his. Well, it doesn't make sense. It's the one he's got. Another one, right? And it goes, he said that it goes through his wall and then it plugs into his, you know, it plugs straight through the wall into his, like skybox and that. But you know, if that's the case, right, how come look, that's where mine is. That's where my skybox would be, if that was to do with any kind of thing. And there would be a plug in the wall, but there's nothing there. And you know, like on this thing, and there's wiring or something under there. It gets more hollow around there, like it's plasterboard and it's water. But as I said, I don't know where it leads through, but it's whatever's thing in that wall. It's behind the wall, and then you know it goes behind there. But I think it's something to do with this, which is my you know, my broadband and stuff like that. And basically, you know, through that just doesn't look right, you know. And you know, as I said on that video, what I discovered on there, you know, that there's this sort of satellite thing, like a GPS thing I found, like a device on that laptop, you know, the satellite control. And basically, you know, what I said on that video, where when I even had my stuff turned off and that, my computer disconnected from the internet, and basically someone or something, you know, was still editing my recorded conspiracy videos and stuff like that, editing stuff out as if someone was controlling. And you know where that leads to, you know, that broadband wire, whatever, and you know the wire goes up, and I don't know where it leads to, but you know, I'm thinking that it's behind the walls and it leads to that thing outside. Because you know, those things, as I said, I don't know what they are, but they're still satellite, and you never know. And when you put things together, it makes more sense. So that's not right either, for starters, right? Having that there. And yeah, you know, there's a lot of weird things about it. And you know, like, I don't know if, because I'm not an electrician and that, and I don't know if this is connected to what I'll show you, but you know, they're blue and white wires, and then there is red and white, orange, white. And then what I came across it, this thing which is supposed to be a doorbell, you know, like a doorbell, like a little transformer, something like that. That's what it's supposed to be. And you know, all I know is where that wire leads to is nothing to do with my doorbell, because my doorbell is down there. And when I checked that, and I looked through the gap, the wire's not even the same colour, it's a dark grey, so it's not even the same wire. And yeah, you know, these things are weird. I don't know if these things are connected or not to down there. But, you know, the wires are the same, blue and white wiring, orange and white as well. And what threw me off, because I thought it might be something to do with the boiler, because you know it's got like a temperature thing on there, like Celsius, Fahrenheit and that. But you know what I did? I left the boiler off and that to make sure it's nothing to do with it. And you know, I turned it back on and it's still boiling and that, so it's not that either. And I don't know, as I said, and the other thing is what throws me off, it's to do with my broadband and that, because you know, when I cut the wires, my broadband lights and that are still on, but you know, there's a lot of things that don't make sense, you know, like I don't know what this is, but all I know is when, I think it was the man from BT, when he came to my house to install, you know, this thing, this unit thing that's on the front. And you know, all I know is from when I used to live with my ex at Ifield Road, you know, we didn't even have this little unit on the front. What we had is what I have here, but it was a BT one. It's like a filter. And basically what I've took out of there, it was a different plug in that. And basically, you know, this thing came up with this filter here, and it's got a two-way plug for, you know, like the phone and that, and the broadband. So yeah, it's just weird. Everything about it, it's not right. And when I took this, I don't really know about electronics and stuff, but when I took this apart, if anyone, when they see this video, if it means anything to them, if they know anything about electronics and that, but it looks sinister, you know. It just looks sinister. But yeah, you know, like that. If anything and that means anything to you, and that's the circuit board underneath,
and it looks like LEDs or something. I can't tell what it is, but there's green, yellow, and blue, and then like these chips and that on it. And I looked up the code for that on the left, and ISS, and I don't know. I didn't really come up with anything. I didn't find anything on those. I looked for the acronym for ISS, and the closest one, but who knows, is closest to that is Israeli Secret Service. But I don't have any leads in that. I don't know where this comes from, or even if it's part of BT, so I can't be sure. But what I'm working on, as I said, what I look back at is Highfield Road, and that where I used to live when we had that, and we didn't have this little unit thing on the front and all that stuff, right? As you can see, it's already got that bit, the open reach bit on it, there, and basically that thing there is basically on the front of it. It's been screwed over the front, but what makes me more suspicious in that is because basically the thing to do with what that satellite thing is outside or whatever it is, and that I've never seen it before for starters, and it looks odd. And the fact, as I said, that what I found on my laptop on the devices, when I found out, because I suspected that when it was still being controlled, disconnected, that basically it has GPS, like satellite from space, controlling it, and someone was still tampering with it. That makes me suspicious for starters. Why is someone with the capability and the technology to control my laptop, even on my laptop, controlling, with all that access to it and that, and everything I'm putting together, you could see why I'm suspicious, because it's not right, is it? There's something wrong about it. Now that's just the start of it, and then in my flat as well, the only two, like with cameras and that, why I suspect there's cameras in there, because if you look at there, you can see a big hole, and that's been there since I moved in. See that in the corner, and then the other corners there's none. They're just normal. And then if I go in my bathroom, there's one up there as well. See it, a hole there, and there's none in the other corners. So when I put all these things together, you can see why I'm so paranoid that I'm under surveillance of the public eye and that site. But basically, it's really odd. And when it comes to these, I know they're not as big, and you can't see that one well, but there's one there, and then there's one up there. You might be able to see it, obviously, in that corner. But with surveillance today, that what I've looked through is they can have like near enough pinhole surveillance. It's like near enough fibre optic size, like lenses and that, because that's what I do. So people don't know, but it throws me off. Why? If someone's trying to tell me they're watching me, and the public know I'm under their eye, why? But at the same time, it felt like, that I felt like it was being kept subtle. Why they made two big blatant holes, where possible cameras are, in my flat, in my bathroom, in my hallway. It doesn't make sense, does it? And then, this is another thing as well. What's odd about my flat? Just look for the first one. Down there, one of these switches, and I don't know what they power, because I've already tested these switches. There's one there, and then there's one there, one there, and one there. And you know what I did? And I already did this. I already tested. Like, you know, like, I tested to make sure any of these don't control the sockets and that. I already tested that and all the electronics in every room they're in, especially the kitchen, right? This one, you know, that's, I turned that off, right? And the oven's still on. And you know, there's nothing else in it. That one up there, that one turned off the fan. So that's, you know, that's powering something, and it's nothing to do with the socket. Same as that one. That's already got the switch on top to control that. Well, the heater's on, right? And it doesn't do anything. I think this is the only one that actually controls that socket there. But you know, those sockets are still on when I test the electrics and that. So I didn't even know what these things power either and what they're there for. You know, it makes me suspicious, you know. This is why I'm so paranoid that I'm under surveillance. Because you know, when I discover all these things, it doesn't make sense to me, does it? You know, what would you think if you found all these things? If you watch this video, then, you know, leave a comment or whatever and tell me what you think, because, you know, it's not right. So yeah, you know, there's odd things about this whole situation. You know, I think that's what I've found. But yeah, you know, I've checked everything else and I've looked around and everything, the main things. But yeah, there's enough things to that, you know, like enough points to make me suspicious in that. Because, you know, as I said, referring to that, and as well the wire where that leads to, that goes in the attic and stuff. So if it's supposed to be for a doorbell, but yeah, you know, I've tested everything for those plugs and that. You know, I've looked everywhere and made sure. So you know, those plugs and that, they're powering something. And you know, I've tried, as I said, that wire leads through that. I can't even see there. And then when I look in there, I can't even see. I don't even know where it leads to and that. But as I said, dust. That wiring goes up into the attic and that, and you know, the doorbell's down there and stuff. And you know, the argument, if it was a wireless doorbell or anything, it wouldn't even have that wires to it anyway, or even going into the wall, because you know, the thing, the transformer or whatever it's called, you know, it's got batteries in it anyway, so I don't know what that's for, if it was. You know, the possibility that I put in was it could be to do with the boiler as well, as I said. There was something to do that it's to do with them, but you know, what it looks like to me, and when I first moved in, I thought it was, you know, to do with a doorbell. But as I said, it's obviously not. So, you know, you can see where I'm coming from, you know, with that whole situation, and why I'm so suspicious about, you know, being under surveillance and that, and why I am in the first place. Because, you know, it's like the other thing I said, you know, like, first of all, you know, the main thing to do with this satellite, what I'll record again and show you, why are these people, why someone basically put, you know, one of these things on the side of my house, which, you know, doesn't even make sense with that unit and that on it. And as I said, it's like the wires beyond the wall. And as I said, it's some kind of satellite device. And why is it going through, you know, my broadband and stuff into my router? and then basically, however it works, that someone's installed a SAT satellite control on it, right? And as I said, when I disconnected it from the internet, they still had, access to my laptop and that. Because that's when I noticed, basically when I first made this New World Order conspiracy thing video, basically I was playing back through on YouTube and that, and I noticed that it had been edited really bad. Someone had gone through it, sifted through it, and edited it, and I was like, wait a minute, I haven't even touched this. I recorded that in one go, and I could tell in the audio, that it had been dubbed out and stuff. I remembered it had been cut out, so it means, someone was doing that, and it wasn't me. And as I said, after that, I started disconnecting my laptop, like from the internet and that when I recorded and stuff, because I didn't know at the time that it was that satellite thing. And it kept, when I realised it kept on doing it, when it was disconnected, I don't know, using my skills and that and my senses, I said maybe there's a satellite GPS and some kind of thing like that on it. And I came across that and I deactivated it and stuff like that, and my track stopped getting edited. But the first time, this is based on that telepathy thing, the first time I found that satellite device, all I can tell you is when I clicked disable on it, I suddenly randomly said bastard as soon as it deactivated. And this is why, the telepathy thing fits in, because, it's a logical, why would you call yourself a bastard? Like I said, what I was saying to myself earlier, it's like you turning off your games console and calling yourself a bastard. Why would you do that? And, there's a lot of things that, based on this telepathy thing, I could go through, even if people think I'm mentally ill. But yeah, I believe that there's someone, around this area, there's, around it, who, when they saw I deactivated that, I heard him say bastard,